This video is only for Capricorns. That's it. Nothing more, nothing less. I don't do no cross-watching reads. Like I said, if you have Capricorn up in your chart, that's what we do. I don't fuck with the cross-watching reads. I don't like no fucking stalkers. Right? So, Capricorn. There's a couple of different things going on, but I think most of it involves acceptance. You know, you're going through possibly even a little bit of disbelief, a little bit of paranoia, a little bit of these like very anxiety based feelings. Now it doesn't really have to revolve around relationships at all, but you know, now that that's kind of what we're talking about, it could be the fact that there is so much that you're doing that relationships just aren't the primary for you. And even if they was the primary for you, you'd have to slap that person back into reality, because to be honest with you, it's like all that charming shit that people really expect right out the box, or all that, like, you know, prince or princess treatment that they think they deserve and all that type of shit, like that shit needs to be scratched, right? Crumbled up and scratched. Like, there is a heavy sense of realism for y'all, where real life is hitting y'all in just a totally different way, you know, maybe more intense than it ever has, right? Emotions being more intense than they ever had. And so naturally, like the needy and like the three hots and a cot type situations start coming around. The people who feel like they need your presence in order to feel validated and in order to feel bigger. There is nothing wrong with validation and validating other people's emotions, because that is something that we just need in the world. Like, you need to tell somebody they're doing a good job. You need to tell somebody that they are you know, worth it when they are worth it, right? And I think that type of appreciation just kind of sometimes can go too far. And that's what I see here is like, okay, so Six of Cups is like equal give and take. You might have found someone you're giving equal give and take to, but I see other things outside of that, right? I don't think it's like relationship material. I think it's like other problems, other problem dynamics that are trying to like frustrate you or cause like a earthquake or a cataclysm or something to do with your mind kind of feeling like there's a natural disaster on the inside. There is some other play here, right? It's life related, it's reality related, it's something that, you know, you was meant to deal with probably a long time ago, but you know, maybe you didn't have the equipment mentally or emotionally or physically to cut any of this off or to continue on with this journey, right? And this journey can also mean like, you know, you was trying to relieve a relationship, or you was trying to move ahead in a relationship, and now you finally get the courage and the strength to do that, and you finally find the right timing in the right place, right? Because to be honest with you, there ain't no such thing as like the right time, right? It's more or less when you're available enough, when you're open enough to give to somebody, right? And strength shows that you are ready to give. You are ready to throw your whole role out there. And I think, you know, this type of ambition intimidates people, but it also turns them on. You know, it makes them attracted to you. It makes them feel like, you know, hey, I'm special. You make me feel special. Like, you make me feel. Oh, I've heard you make me feel like a dangerous woman type shit, which is Ariana Grande, I think. They say you make me feel dangerous. You make me feel large and in charge, right? People are constantly approaching you in this way of they look up to you in this way of they feel like you are older than them or wiser than them, and they feel like you can take care of them. And there's a lot of codependency that rolls through though. It's all this like, oh, false love, you know, the fakeness, trying to act like they feel some type of way about you, when the reality of it is that like they just know that you're big, they know that you're important, they know that you're beautiful, they know that they would never come across to catch like you ever again. So as far as what their emotions are, I would read very, very carefully what they be telling you, what they be saying to you, or listen to what they be saying to you, because I don't think it comes off as them being for sure or man, it's so rough, because some of y'all have this shit in your head in the back, right? I just keep seeing this shit in the back where it's like, I picked up on like human centipede energy, where there's people like feeding and feeding and feeding and feeding on your fucking energy that have nothing to do with the romantic life, right? This is all reality, right? And you know what's fucked up is that unfortunately we're gonna have to deal with the other relationships of our life before we even approach romance. So especially when that shit be draining you or pushing you. And I picked up on like a language barrier, so it's possible that you're dealing with somebody who is foreign, who not from the country, or not from your state, or just has an accent. It could also be somebody who has trouble with responding, with speaking in an appropriate manner, in an appropriate way. And then it kind of makes you feel like they're being cold to you or towards you, right? You could be the cold one, Capricorn. So now this is just like, you feel crazy, right? You feel like everything going on right now feels insane. It is an emotional time. It is intense. It's like, it's so heavy. It's such a weird feeling. I think that you guys have all of the possible skills to move forward alone, especially if you're looking towards this business venture, especially if you're looking towards like a future that you can build first by yourself, and then invite somebody in who has like a similar mindset, you know what I mean? So maybe that's what you're aiming for right now. You may have already started what you want to create in a financial way, or in a futuristic way, where you like you want your perfect body, you want your perfect, you know, you want your perfect house, you want your perfect car. Like, you're preparing yourself. Does it make sense? You're preparing yourself for a person. You don't know if they exist or not. You don't know if it's exactly going to be the situation, but you're in preparation, which is very good. Okay? Because what you will realize is that most people who decide to move in with somebody, or decide to make, like, you know, relationships move a lot quicker, a lot faster than they probably should, all of that is in all of that impatience and all of that dependency, all of that like avoidance, is what essentially causes that whole entire relationship to collapse. So while you are taking your time with building your empire, with building the things that you need, what you want, with this type of stability that no one could ever give you other than you, right? Until you find someone who shares that with you, right? But even then, you don't have to wait for that motherfucker in order to get what you need to do, you know, to hop, skip, and step wherever you need to go and get it done, right? It's kind of strange. I feel that euphoria. I feel that like almost like newborn baby eyes type shit, like opening your eyes for the first time. You know, I keep getting like an addict's way of thinking. Five of Cups in the upright. Yeah, I keep getting like an addict's way of thinking, and you might have an addictive personality, or like some kind of compulsive focus, or just like you when you focus, it's obsessive, right? You know what I mean? So it is definitely an issue that has probably marked you for a very long time, whether it's from a past relationship, childhood, wherever it's at. But that particular trait has been what's gotten you into this mindset, what's gotten you into like this fucking powerful force. You know what I mean? It's, you know, people say, oh, spirit's guiding me this, spirit's guiding me that. They telling me this and telling me that. You don't even really need to be told to know where you're going. You know what I mean? It's like the scent is already on your nostrils, it's on your nose, and you're already being led in the direction of said scent without a finger in the air or someone making it obvious. So, you know what I mean? So Queen of Cups is like, that's the ultimate relationship. That's the ultimate goal that you're looking for. And what about the ultimate? Eight of Pentacles, okay? Yeah, I mean, part of the ultimate goal is also finding someone you have sexual chemistry with. I think it's rough and hard sometimes for Cap, because it's rough and hard, you know. I'm playing. Mostly because the overwhelming majority finds Capricorn incredibly sexually attractive, right? Sexually serious, sexually, you know, just like this beast in the bedroom type shit. You know, that's what people say about Caps. I'm not gonna lie, you know, we got some assets. We got some big assets. We got some big situations, okay? I mean, it's like there's almost like this instant what do I call it, referral to how you perform or how you are in the bedroom, or like some type of sexual related. This could be like sexual trauma as well. For those of you that deal with sexual trauma, I apologize for bringing that up. But of course, that comes up in the means of seriousness, right? When you're serious about a connection and serious about a relationship, sometimes you have to explain what you want. Creating boundaries, saying, I don't want sex all the fucking time. Or, you know, maybe you do want sex all the time, and that might be an issue as well. It's like being able to control yourself without just doing things, you know, like without just because somebody be maybe pressuring you or pushing you, it does not mean you need to just roll over and accept shit, right? And that even means on an emotional scale too. That even means on a love scale too. When someone says I love you, or puts a lot of emotions down your throat at once, or starts talking about their past and starts whipping that on there, you do not have to submit and say it's okay. You know, you at all times can just say, no, bitch, get the fuck up off me, or get the fuck up away from me. Don't press that onto me. That's not for me, that's for you, right? What I like to say is for you to know, and eventually I'll figure it out. You know what I mean? It's like expectations, man. I mean, insane expectations. You know, people, I think you hold people up a lot of the time, make them feel important, and then once they feel important, they get a little cocky with it, and they start saying a lot of dumb shit. A lot of demands come out they trap, come out their mouth. You know, they start regurgitating shit, and they also become a little bit sick on or drunk on your sex. Drunk on your positive affirmation, your sex, your demeanor. You know what I mean? They come drunk on your demeanor, and that doesn't make you feel good, because like, to be understood in an emotional way, right? People need to ask questions. People need to know your boundaries. They need to take things slow, not instantly go towards that physically intimate relationship. And that's what you've been struggling with. Okay, 10 of Swords in the upright. It's like, I'm so fucking drained. I'm so lost from that shit. Like, to be around people in general sometimes just be hard, but like when it comes to trying to balance everything, including some of these sexual relationships or some of these relationships in general, it's just the moon in the upright. It's you know, that's the universe or spirit trying to give you the tools in order to kind of survive this next month. I feel like it's going to be a lot easier for you to tell when you need to shut off. Okay, when you need to just shut off or tell somebody I need space, or I need this, I need that. It's vocalization, right? 4 of Cups in the upright, and while in the moment it might feel wrong because you feel bad, there's no sense in feeling bad for yourself. You know what I mean? Don't feel bad for yourself. Don't feel bad for this person. This is just for you to become closer to them. It's like a little bit of an additive, right? It's like, okay, you know, I take my space, you take your space, and we come back and we sandwich together, bitch. Like, we started out here and now we're right here, right? So, Cap, you know, pick up the slack, bitch. We're talking about what you need, what you want from somebody. Pick up the fucking slack. Let's try to see what signs we got, or what elements are going to be attracted. What elements? All right, first element is earth. All right, first element is earth. Next element is water. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, and Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. What's interesting about those particular things well mixed together, earth and water, you could be the earthy water person, but you know, I'm feeling more this like earthy fire vibe, earthy air vibe. But earthy water people, right? If that's the type of person that you're talking to, you will find them to be such like a thrill in an emotional way. You know what I mean? That's the type of person who values you and values your thoughts and values your time, because they enjoy that type of relationship with you. They enjoy the intimacy of like emotions, right? They enjoy your whole span of emotions too. Like a lot of the time us Caps, right? We can be very, very, very pissed off. We can be anxious. We can be tired. You know, sometimes those all look like the same things, even though they're not. You know, sometimes we all just always look angry or pissy or, you know, short in some type of way. But let's be honest, a lot of the time we just trying to mask, and it can look, you know, you could be fucked up, you could be sad, you can be depressed and still kind of show that same face, you know what I mean? Or sound that same way, okay? So that's what's up, Capricorn. Enjoy this. I hope that you guys feel a little bit better about moving forward, how you can approach people in a like from the perspective of just being like, I don't want this to just be sex. I don't want this to just be a physical relationship. I want this to have much more meaning. Okay? Like, I think y'all pick up what I'm putting down. And I want you to communicate this verbally, though. I don't want you to sit here texting on the fucking phone. And you need to communicate this verbally. In fact, if you can, in front of the person's fucking face. All right? Because if you want them to take you seriously, you need to be willing to put in the work in that way. Right? Use your voice. Use your throat. All right? Use it. I don't mean it that way. I mean use your throat chakra, Capricorn. All right, I love you guys. Y'all my home sign, or kind of partially my home sign. I fuck with y'all, and I will see you in the next love reading. Goodbye, Kate.